Right, I've got here a Gibson Les Paul gold top, and to take the knobs off we've got a little tricky way of doing it. To put a screwdriver underneath, lift it a little bit, turn the knob, put a little bit of pressure on it, and there she goes. Then we take off the bridge and we take this piece off. I feel you should always have those little screws facing to the neck. And in a minute I will take off the pickups and the switch, and we put all the electronics in to replace those Gibson pickups for the Langcaster pickups. And the Langcaster pickups, they look like this. I will explain it a little bit later. This is the cover, and inside the Langcaster pickups you have shielded humbucker pickups with a capacitor that can even change the tone if you like, and it has 8 magnetic poles, and it's great if you play solo and you want to bend your strings. At least you don't have any dead spots on it. So we're going over to the next step, and it is removing the pickups. Now I take the 2 back plates off and see what's inside this baby. Let me take this one off. Okay, you will see here inside there are 4 pots. The whole lot will be replaced, and we'll fit a little toggle switch in here that activates the overdrive. In the future you have an option, when you have a Les Paul you don't like the toggle switch, to have a push-pull pot, and it goes like this. You fit your old knobs on it, and that works perfectly fine also to switch on your overdrive that will be built into this guitar, and we'll demonstrate it later on. We take off the jack plate, and we will replace this with a stereo jack, because the jack also activates the battery in the Langcaster Pickup kit sets to activate the preamplifier and the overdrive that's built in. So I will replace this very soon. I will use this little bicycle tool, which is quite handy, to take off the screws without damaging the paint. And then we take off all the pots this way. Right, now I take the wires off the jack, like so. I pull this through the hole, and I will desolder all those wires inside. So right, so I disconnect the wires. I don't like to cut them, because at least, you know, if somebody still likes to have the original Gibson pickups, I don't know why, but at least we have them all intact. Okay.
Like Swiss clockwork.
Right, this guitar is made in, what is it? October, November 1908. In here there's an earth wire. That earth wire is connected to the bridge on the other side. So always save this wire, and we solder this back onto the pot again. Alright, I took the screws out of the pickups, and you always have to keep an eye on it, that the high point of those plastic plates are aimed at the bridge. It's the same here. See, here is a low end, here is a high end, and we simply take them out like so. Take the other one out. When the kit set arrives in a little box like this,
Pandora's box.
Yeah, it is all completely in working order, and all you have to do is put the jack into here, and you can test the pickups if they're going. I will do this now. Switch on my amplifier. Put the plug into here, and here you can hear the pickups are going and are in working order. And you can also switch the overdrive on. It's a little switch here. I hit this. So you know that the kit set is always in working order when it arrives. And now we will take the pickups out and replace them and put them inside the covers that came with the Gibson guitar. Right. Every kit set also has his own wiring diagram with a Les Paul switch or another type of switch, so it's very easy to follow in case you don't know how to solder the wires. When you take this out of the box, it looks pretty complicated, but this is an earth wire, and you clean this out and simply replace all those items inside the Les Paul. Right. Once you've taken all the items out of this little board, you have to desolder the selector switch, and this selector switch switches between the two pickups. So we take this off here. Right. Also, what you have to desolder is the battery clip for some guitars, but not in a Les Paul, and you have to desolder this little plug here for your jack. Now this is a stereo jack, and it is very important that you keep the wiring exactly the same as it is. See, one of them is an earth, and this earth is going to the battery and works as a switch. This earth wire from here goes to there, and the other one is simply for your guitar cord, and you desolder them and resolder them again. So in the end, it is not a big job to take the wires off the jack and to take the wires off the selector switch, so you can feed the wires through your guitar body. Right. Turn this over. Okay, so this is the bridge and this is the neck pickup. Right. See, once you've got all the parts taken off your little wooden board, you have to feed the long wire from the preamplifier through the hole in the back of the Les Paul, all the way through here to where the switch is, the selector switch. Also the two pickups will be connected to the same switch to select from between the neck and between the bridge. The next step is that you feed the jack through the hole here. That's a stereo jack, because this switches on and off the battery that will be inside, and we feed the pots through the holes. I will show you when I've done this. Okay, now we fit the pickups with the high piece facing the bridge. We feed this through here, so this one ends up where the pickup selector switch is, and it will be the same from here going all the way through there. To make sure that you know what pickup is connected to the switch, I always put with a pen 2 lines on it for the bridge, and I draw 1 line on it for the neck pickup, and the wire in the middle I put some red ink on it, so you know that's the hot wire going to the preamplifier. Okay. When you receive the kit set, the shrink tube is sitting loose, in case you like to make your wires shorter. So you use your soldering iron and shrink this so it's nice and tight. Now we connect the battery. It's inside nice and tidy. With a bit of double-sided tape you can glue it to the back of the guitar if you like, or if you want to, there are 2 little holes to put little screws through it, and then you place the battery inside like so, but then we use a little bit of foam and that will do the trick. Like so. And now clean. Neck pickup, neck and bridge pickup, overdrive. Nice. 1 Les Paul, wonderful. Thank you. Right, well, the whole lot is built in. We put a Les Paul switch also in the 4th hole, so you've got a clean tone, you've got a clean mixed with overdrive. On a full overdrive. A little bit of overdrive. And a lot of overdrive.